Como estão? Tudo tranquilo? Tudo na paz? Estamos aqui para mais um vídeo de Call of Juarez Gunslinger, né? E simbora terminar esse jogo, né?
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob two banks at the same time. Two banks on the same damn street.
Então eu tô na mão do... Eu tô na mão do Dalton agora, eu não tô na...
The story was Bob Dalton's girl was always riding him about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeyville just to shut her up.
Right. It's always.
Mano, eu não acertei uma bala.
Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property. Their first mistake was pulling a job in their own damn hometown.
You got us a hero. Put some holes in him.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently.
Mano, eu tava tanto feliz que eu tô tendo pé de
high
tênis em
noon.
casa.
A posse of U.S. deputy marshals
Meu
were on the
velho.
rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months, and now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait the son of a bitches out.
Mano, eu não acerto uma bala, velho.
Far too proud to ever lay down their guns.
O que tá acontecendo comigo?
He went in there alone to confront those criminals. One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank. Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting.
Eu tenho que passar por aqui?
From above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there. A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did. It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
We've got company.
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free.
Coisa do
Is that
diabo.
Silas
Jim
Greaves?
Booth and Davy
Son of a
Crockett, who
bitch!
died defending the outlaw.
You can't hide from me. Brother, I'm gonna make you pay for that.
Tá entendendo?
Over there!
That's Silas Greaves.
What the hell?
Ué, tá falando que eu sou o Silas.
Blam! Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons. His name was Silas Greaves, and when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened. It was early evening, not high noon. Daltons blew up a safe, and were all set to hightail it out of there. I was late to the party, and Coffeyville was already up in arms. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
O líder, o amante, o perdedor.
I'd been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeyville.
Ah, apertei errado. Ah, aí foi erro meu, fiz tudo errado, velho. Tá tranquilo, pelo menos agora eu pego.
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose it. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. To top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons, and they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons, which wasn't any surprise, because those 2 families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Eu não consigo prestar atenção na história, velho.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least 2 of them to escape. The 3rd brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
Onde é que eu tenho que ir agora? Ah, tá.
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
Ah, que foi erro meu. Cara, esse negócio da bala 20 de um lado e ir pra outra é... Tava com nós, então.
Gonna beat you like a red-headed stepchild. You are dead.
Tá.
Gonna send you to the bone or that all you got? I'm gonna tear you apart. You ain't getting by me, Green.
Oh, miséria.
I'm gonna place you where you stand. It's all good.
Foi.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
Sobreviver isso.
But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
Jogo de recompensas ainda é meu nome.
We'll get those suckers!
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this!
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track it!
Ah, deixa eu ver o que eu consigo melhorar. Ela se recupera completamente sempre que atingir um nível de combo que seja múltiplo de 6. Capeta de marfim.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
Cara, esse jogo é muito bonito, né? Legal.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks. It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood. The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Bury them in the swamp! Plant them where they stand!
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanted to do me harm, so I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
Cara, cadê a pistola? Por aqui. Eu preciso pegar o outro.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet. but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
Preciso daquele que carrega automaticamente.
The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
You can't hide from dynamite.
Professor, como eu pego a pistola?
Point being, I was under serious attack, and my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
Kill that goddamn bounty hunter!
Bom que recupera muita coisa.
A barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view.
Eu não acho a outra. Eu quero essa daqui. Eu vou ter que pegar essa pra recarregar a arma. Aqui.
But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve? So I just started walking, and pretty soon
Oh,
Steve? Steve?
huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
There were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Cara, e eu não ando, velho.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son of a bitch!
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet, but I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what. But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
É. Acho que não foi uma boa ideia. Atirar na mina.
Stop that, son of a bitch!
Pra fazer um teste.
Shoot that asshole! What are you gonna do? Oh, now what? Don't let that asshole get away with this. Waste your bullets. Go ahead. Ain't bothering me none.
Esse poder é chato, não? Que depressão. É ela, mas eu não consigo ver. Aí, finalmente. Oxe. Tem mais gente. Eu tô vendo. Cara, eu tô tomando da terra. Cara, aquilo ali foi feio, viu? O tiro veio do pedaço de terra. Cadê minha arma? Olha isso. Caraca, mas essa arma de longe é ruim. Tem que lembrar, essas pistolas é só boa pra perto. Ela tá com muito ruim.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them. And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps? Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high. And those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces. Somewhere up there, the Dolphins were waiting on me.
Esse aqui me lembrou o como é que se chama? Gun. Gostava de ver.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
You know you can't beat me.
Putz.
How'd you really live?
Ou se desse pra pegar essa Gatling Gun aqui.
Brother, I'm gonna make
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit. But it turned out that they had me.
take him out. I'm sending you to hell.
Cara, mas é claro, velho.
The Daltons had played me like a fiddle.
After all this,
Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're
What I'm
talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God,
But getting back to that steamboat, how did you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Ah, hahaha. Cara, isso tinha que acontecer em algum momento do jogo.
Bob and Grad weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Como é que eu vou enfrentar dois? O foco deles está bem baixo. Ah, mas que cara ali é trapaceiro. Aquele é o naniquinho ali é trapaceiro, velho. Eu tava com um foco muito maior que o dele. Olha isso, meu impulso. Cara, eu não consigo. Tem que focar duas coisas ao mesmo tempo, é foda. Eu consegui, mas eu não consegui. Eu tinha que desviar da bala. Como? Como? Cara, eu vou tentar...
Two brothers side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Eu tenho que colocar no pequenininho. Esse negócio de sacar primeiro é foda, viu? Esse é lembrado como um covarde. Olha. Isso aqui tá foda. Eu sempre erro o primeiro tiro. Cara, o foda é que esse scroll ali não fica quieto, velho. Olha lá, ele só sempre foge. Fica quieto.
They got it wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later. He moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
Tá vendo? Nada é tão difícil.
My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told.
Episódio 7. The Witch Bunch, Juarez, 1868.
It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.
Caraca, uma história pesada. Nada espetacular roubo ao trem. Liderado por... Ah, não dá pra ler isso aqui não.
I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy, they were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy.
Entre.
A circus like that would have slowed me down. Besides, I wanted Bryant all to myself. I'd heard about a large shipment of gold being transported to Wilcox, Wyoming on the Overland Flyer.
Agora, ó, mira mais rápida. Mire mais depressa nos alvos. Sua velocidade com mira qualquer. É, tem umas coisas muito boas aqui. Isso eu já tinha que ter. Contra-ataca depois de usar o princípio. Olha, esse daqui também é muito bom, velho. Sentinela do Caos.
I figured the Wild Bunch would likely hit such a treasure, and by God, I figured right.
Já tava tendo tiroteio. O que eu falei? Já tá tendo tiroteio.
They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop.
Pelo jeito o trem não parou, né?
Well, I assumed the Wild Bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train high above. So I had no choice but to make my way up through the passenger cars dangling down. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
Nossa, eu não vi o trem caindo, é incrível que parecia caiu.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge. What'd you say? I can't hear a goddamn thing.
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them.
Is that a goddamn Pinkerton?
From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. But first, I would need to get my ass out of there.
Vai pra onde? Suba na ponte.
I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I had found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados. Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
Damn you!
Oxe. Tá vivo ainda.
Can't hide forever!
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
Oxe! Cara, o cara... Sei lá o que aconteceu, Eu tô mirando, parece que o tiro não vai certo, velho. Ó. Tá, aqui foi erro meu. Aqui eu apertei errado mesmo. Mas aquela lá, a primeira que eu morri ali.
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway. So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could.
Your luck just ran out. That's right. Run!
Cara, de onde eu tomei bala?
Times it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
Olha, cara, olha a mentira. Tudo bem, né? Quem sou eu? Onde eu vou agora?
I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a hand.
Like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about. Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
Oxe. Grupo vezes bando selvagem. Grande grupo, vai.
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
Who the hell is that? He's out of his mind! Now you're retreat! Retreat!
Olha.
He's killing everybody!
Ready to meet
He'll kill us all!
Did he just do it? My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they? Only a few stragglers were left. I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail.
A Nora tá voando na minha frente.
Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nosed Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
Preciso prestar atenção. Caraca, ele é muito rápido. E olha que eu tava certinho, eu tinha mais só que ele, eu acho. Vagabundo, força mexeu, eu não consigo ver minha mão. Ah, foi nós dois. Falta que eu tenho que posicionar a mira certinho. Mano, se você ficasse quieto, pelo menos.
On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America.
Eu já vi uma coisa, em duelos de pistoleiro, melhor é você tirar no peito e não na cabeça.
But I'm sure you already know all about that.
Caraca, 59% de precisão é foda. Tá bom, né? Cada 2 tiros, mais ou menos, eu errava um.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared.
Ó, zoom adicional mirar. Eu vou colocar, na verdade, esse daqui, ó. Vou ter que colocar esse aqui também.
Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
That Kid Curry's kinda crazy, ain't he? Don't let him hear you saying that.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
Who's shooting at? We're under fire!
Being outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning
Ah,
shot.
tem um me dando
I
bala,
just started
viu?
taking those bastards down.
Ah, esse aí.
Old Bob wasn't among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts.
Mano, eu gostei mais dessa outra. Cadê? Vou jogar um pouco com ela. Eu tinha curtido mais ela. Onde eu tenho que ir?
And I found one. A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle. Property of the Union Pacific.
União Pacífico. Porque depois que eu peguei essa nova pistola aí, começou a
The
dar tudo
plan
errado.
clearly indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports. Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the Wild Bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard
Hello.
children, though some say it was only 5.
85.
Kid Curry had bragged to a whore how he was gonna rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told me. The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards. A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Don't you blow us up now. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Damn it! What the hell?
But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appears the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks. Guess there's always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one. Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way from there.
Caramba, linda. Presta atenção agora. Ai, não tô vendo.
That was too damn close.
These creatures.
You ain't seen the likes of me. It's time to end this.
Nossa, ele tá blindado.
You ready for a belly full of buckshot? Stop that.
What happened then?
Não
Had
totalmente.
to remove more of that damn dynamite.
Tá, então aqui.
It must have been terrifying trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope.
Era melhor descer esse cara. Vagabundo.
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. As actually, there was a fourth charge impeding my progress.
Ah, ok.
Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
Calma aí, calma aí. Não era aqui que eu queria. Aqui, ó. Mas por que vou pra lá?
So I proceeded onward and realized that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward.
Eu parei no meu lugar.
Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I saw something that concerned me. It was a long burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell. I had to catch it. The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer. Of course, I had to tread carefully. Otherwise, I
Cara,
could,
eu
well,
subi e,
die.
e andei pra frente e fui pro lado. Tá acontecendo bastante isso.
I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment. Whew. Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today. Naturally, I removed the last dynamite charge. Well, it was a touching reunion. But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass, as I was not a young man anymore.
Tá, por sorte eu agarrei. É difícil, hein? Apertei errado. Vai pra cá mesmo.
Kill that SOB! Make him bleed! Send him to perdition!
Finally, I found those boys. Or more precisely, they found me.
He's crazier than Kid Curry asked me!
Just higher than a damn fruit, you know?
Ai, 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 ai.
Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
Kid Curry. Vagabundo é foda, né?
Luckily, I had located some dynamite. I still, however, had my work cut out for me.
This is the last mistake you'll ever make. Damn! It's not fair. You can't beat me. Shit!
Vou lá.
What are you? Yellow? Ah! That smells like a kill you. Are you kidding me? For you to lay down and die. Get out of here! You know who I am, and I need some help here. Come on, boys, take this summit out. I'm with ya. Get out of here, you coward! This is the last mistake you'll ever make.
A dinâmica tá lá.
You can't beat me. Yeah! That smells like a kill you. Damn! Ah! Time for you to lay down and die.
Eu tinha que morrer, cara. A minha dinamite acabou. Errei a maioria ali no começo. Mentira, que tinha mais.
Am I out of bullets already? It's not fair.
Bora ver se essa vai dar dano.
Shit! God damn it, I need some help here. Come on, boys, take this bitch out. Are you kidding me? You can't hide forever. Time for you to lay down and die. Flank this cocksucker. Move it, boys. I'm gonna blow your damn head off.
Cara, manda me cercar, mas eu não tô vendo mais ninguém.
Hold him off while I reload. Ah! These bastards! Give me a hand here.
Eventually, I brought that tunnel down. And that's when I met Kid Curry himself. He had decided to stop pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
É, mas ele não tá me enfrentando feito homem. Ah, um duelo. Opa. Aqui eu fui lento mesmo. Nossa, meu, eu fui muito lento. Vocês têm noção, eu nem cliquei. Cara, é muito difícil fazer 3 coisas ao mesmo tempo. Esse jogo, ele... A proposta dele é isso, né? Ai, ai, cara, eu tenho que me acostumar. Vagabundo. Olha. Nós dois.
Fast as he was, I was just a bit faster. And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me. Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch and Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him.
Oh.
Those were his last words.
Cara, querendo ou não, esse é um jogo muito divertido, né? Muito divertido mesmo. Eu acho que podia ser dublado, hein?
So, Bob Bryant got away?
I knew I'd never find him in South America.
What about the other killer?
Yeah, you kinda glossed over that one.
Well, I found Jim not long after my showdown with Ringo. At the time, he was riding with the James Younger gang. Did I neglect to mention that?
Episódio 8, Jesse James.
Jesse James? The greatest outlaw who ever lived?
Jesse and his kin rode with Quantrill when he raided Lawrence, Kansas, and killed near 200 people, boy.
Nothing great about that.
And from there, him and his brother went on to rob banks and trains from Kansas to Missouri.
Which is why there was such a rich bounty on their heads. 40 grand for both of them, dead or alive. That's one hell of a payday.
A morte calvaga, garanhão de aço.
I confronted them as they were robbing a train. Bullets were flying at me from every which way. But I knew I'd have to find my way forward if I was gonna find this Jim.
Também bala ainda. Nossa, um monte de...
Wait a second. Now, how'd they stop this train in the first place?
Well, the James boys were experts at this.
Ué. Diz a lenda que parava um trem só de olhar pra ele.
They hopped a freight train having heard there was a big payroll in the express safe. So, I hopped the same train.
Erro meu.
The James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota. So Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man and put a bullet in his head. Climbing around that train, I must have swallowed 100 damn bugs before I reached
The James
that...
Younger gang pulled the first train robbery west of the Mississippi.
Sounds like you hold them in high regard.
Everyone knows they were the most famous outlaw gang ever.
And you took them all on by your lonesome. Again. I'm finding this all a little hard to swallow, friend.
Well, maybe you need to wash it down with some whiskey. By the way, did I mention that that train was flying down those tracks like a bat out of hell?
This asshole don't know who he... I delivered son of a...
Veja do mundo.
Anyway, excuse me, Ben. Where would I find the gentleman's facilities? Suddenly I have an urgent need to drain my one-eyed snake. Well, I've had more than a few drinks, and I've been sitting here for quite a spell.
Right through there. Let me show you.
Prêmio já, né? Ó, sem pressa, pra mim já tranquilo. Rapaz, acho que vai demorar a mijar. Vou andar um pouco pra frente.
I never heard so much malarkey in my life.
You think he's bullshitting us?
You don't think he's Silas Greaves?
I think he's just some old drunk looking for some free liquor.
Już wyszło.
You ready for a belly full of lunch?
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe him. You don't think he met Jesse James?
Boy, you gotta be kidding me. That story makes no sense at all.
Jack.
I mean, you gotta be 2 bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
I don't agree.
Jack, lay off the
But
bar.
you seriously think that tired old man went toe-to-toe with Jesse James?
Caraca, uma coisa da hora.
Well, that's better. Did I mention that this Jim was married to the infamous Belle Starr? Of course, I didn't learn that until later. Anyway, I made my way forward the best I could. Around the sides, over the roof.
Ah, subi de level. Quero essa. Vai ter que ser essa. Oxe, cadê o cara?
some point, some sumbitch saw me and shouted out, "It's the damn Pinkertons!"
It's a damn Pinkerton!
Now, I never worked with that lying cocksucker, but I guess they assumed I was one of his assassins. Those evil bastards firebombed Jesse's mother's house and killed his stepbrother. So it's no wonder each and every asshole on that train wanted me dead.
Everybody's always mistaking you for somebody else, aren't they? Why is that all?
Mano, esse do cara ficar assim é... Sei lá, mano, é paia, viu? É muito... Muito feio, cara. O cara fica na frente também. Aqui, ó.
It was definitely safer on the inside of the train.
Esse aqui vai ficar atirando aqui, né? Ah, mano, tem uns que é meio bugado, sei lá.
Don't rightly know, Jack. I'm just telling you how I remember it.
I bet you are.
You don't want to mess with us! Goddamn law dog!
Cara, eles ficam atirando na parede, velho. Quando eu falo que essa... Tá, pelo menos eu passei. Passei nada, velho. É. Cara, eu parei de entender agora, ué.
I came across a flat car piled high with logs and had to come up with a creative way to make my way forward. I wondered if I was ever gonna find
Mano, isso daqui, ó.
or the bastard I was after. Jesse hired a damn army after Northfield. Guess he didn't want to be outgunned like that ever again.
Cara, a Ubisoft não importa o jogo, entendeu? É a essência dela, tá cheia de bug em alguns jogos.
Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Yeah, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite.
Ah, eu tomei tiro em cima, cara. Como?
Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Yeah, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite.
Where would you find dynamite?
Does it really matter, Jack? You're messing with the flow of the story here.
Olha, ele dá dano. Por que meu personagem não anda pra frente? Ele tem que ir pro lado. Cara, eu falo, é a essência desse jogo. Tá certo, essa eu fui idiota mesmo. Invade. Caralho, não, eu gostei dessa. Lidei bem com ela. Toma um tiro na onde? Ah, agora eu tô sem burro mesmo. Cara, esse cara é tão bom de mira.
I was looking for Jim and shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way. And that included Jesse James himself. Sure were a lot of men determined to die that day.
A fel do cara me enganou.
It was then that Jesse detached the express car from the rest of the damn train. I could see Jesse waiting for me, fixing to kill me so he could get away with all that money.
You had a showdown with Jesse James?
Of course he didn't. Everybody knows that Jesse was killed by Bob Ford.
Yeah. Jesse went out like John Wesley Hardin. Coward shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter how far you run, does it, Ben? Your past always catches up with you. Yeah, I didn't kill Jesse James. Just wounded him bad enough to convince him to hang up his guns.
What about that Jim fella? What happened to him?
I figure he was up front with a gun to the engineer's head. That bastard slipped away again. I'll tell you how I got him. But first I need to wet my whistle.
Velocidade 90%. A precisão 56%. Meu, eu tô errando muita bala mesmo. No mercy, no mercy. Esse é o último capítulo, né? Se eu não me engano. Não.
After my showdown with Jesse, I continued to track his brother, Frank, and that son of a bitch, Jim. I followed those bastards into the high mountains as they were going to ground.
What mountains would that be?
Somewhere in the Ozarks, I believe. The perfect place to hide out from the authorities. In fact, before I could find them, some Indians who fled the Reds and were hiding out from the military found me first. They probably thought I was a cavalry scout and didn't want me telling the military where they were.
Injuns?
Yeah, they could have been Cheyenne, but there was all sorts of renegades roaming the landscape back then.
Caraca, mano. Esses índios, velho. Os caras tão potentes. Que isso, meu Deus do céu. Eu tô bugado. Tô uma granada assim.
Hey, how about another whiskey, Ben? Nothing better to soothe the troubled soul. Now, where was I? Indians, right. I had more than my share of run-ins with the Redmen. Like that time. Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir. You did.
Ah, of course I did. In fact, I could still remember that old medicine man's words to me.
Jesus Christ, we're back to that again?
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul.
Ah, é aquela parte do
You will
índio.
come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything you are.
So, did you ever find him? Who? The man you are after.
Let me ask you something, Ben. Do you ever think about death?
É o que eu queria. Isso aqui é...
Mr. Greaves, are you all right?
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Won't you spare me over till another year? What is this that I can't see with ice cold hands taking hold of me? Oh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare me over till another year? Well, I am death, none can excel. I'll open the door to heaven or hell. Oh, death, someone would pray. Could you wait to call me another day? Oh, death, won't you spare me over till another year?
So are you gonna answer the question?
What question is that?
Jim Reed. Did you ever find him?
Reed was indeed that son bitch's surname. That's right, Ben. A despicable character. I remember him laughing like a hyena that cold morning they lynched me and my brothers. He was intent on avoiding my vengeance, but nothing was gonna stop me. Nothing.
Nothing. Ah, pô, ele é Frank James. Ele é atirador.
I finally did track those outlaws down. They had long rifles with scopes and were well positioned to pick off any poor soul who came anywhere close.
Ah, não vejo. Cara, mas não dá pra ver. Dá pra ver um ali no cantinho.
I'm guessing Frank James believed I was responsible for the demise of his brother Jesse. I couldn't really disagree with the man, as I thought Jesse was dead then as well.
Vamos ver. Esse sol miserável é foda.
He backed off as I closed in on him, but he was still intent on killing me. And when I closed in on him again, he backed off again, looking for a better angle on me. Well, I can't fault Frank for wanting his revenge, as I was there for the same damn reason myself. At this point, I'm guessing you think Silas Greaves is a worse murderer than Jim Reed ever was.
No, sir.
A man who spent half his life killing somebody's brothers, fathers, sons.
I think you were just looking for justice, sir.
Is that what I was looking for, Dwight? Is that what it was? Justice?
Isn't that why you were hunting the James gang?
The James gang. Right. I finally found Frank holed up in his mountain cabin, and he was determined to have me dead.
Nossa, eu tô com 0 bala.
It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way. Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Dynamite? On your person?
A few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared.
Right.
I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them, Jack.
This ain't hide and seek. And that son of a bitch! Come here! Take him out! He's just one man! This is gonna hurt! Gonna cut you a new smile! Him anyway! Put him down! I want that bastard dead! Gonna have to do
Não dá pra acertar ela. Agora
That old shack? Well, it went tumbling right off that cliff.
With Frank James still in it?
Yes, sir.
But Frank James is still alive, living in Missouri, showing folks around the family farm for 25 cents a tour.
I didn't say he died in the fall, now did I?
I'm done with this damnable outlaw life! Kill me, don't kill me, do what you will! At this point, I just don't give a shit!
I explained to Frank that I had nothing against him personally and that I was looking for someone else.
You want Reed? Have at him! I never did like that bastard! I am done here!
We parted in peace as Frank pointed out the path to my prey before making his way back down the hill.
Tô pensando.
As I was determined not to let that murderer escape my revenge again.
So what happened with Reed?
Well, I finally found the last of the gang hiding in a nearby cave. First, I had to dispatch the lookouts. But rather than wander in
Só vale com
willy-nilly,
pistola.
I
Ou
decided
a
it would be better to
passiva.
smoke that son-of-a-bitch out. Hey, Reed! I shouted. No wonder you're so ornery. Can't be easy being married to Belle Starr. While you're off providing for the family, she's spreading her legs for every Tom, Dick, and Cole Younger. Not an attractive woman exactly, but very friendly. At least she was to me.
Son of a bitch!
It was then that the last bunch of bandits jumped out of hiding.
Why won't this asshole give up? Will someone please kill him?
Mano, tá foda. Essa pistola velha aqui. Que pistola ruim, pelo amor de Deus.
Why won't this asshole give up? Would someone please kill him?
Ela tirei com o rifle.
Don't let him through.
Eventually, it was just me and Reed.
Ah, começa o duelo agora.
I had waited a long time to face him down, so I could repay him for what he did to my brothers.
Meu coração batendo. Eu concentro total nela. Oxi! Eu atirei, meu nobre. Eu dei 2 tiros. Não é possível. Tem que esperar a mira ficar muito pequena, cara. Oxe, ele errou a bala.
Repay him I did.
A precisão foi melhor, mas foi porque eu peguei o rifle. O rifle é outra coisa mesmo. As outras eu tava indo tudo de pistola.
Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
Well, it's too damn bad you never found that Bob character. Seems a shame he never had to pay.
Well, funny thing about that, I did have one more chance at him.
The Will But back to the sun.
6 months ago, I heard that Butch and Sundance were back in the States and had gathered up some of their old gang. I tracked them down, hoping that Roscoe Bob Bryant had returned with them.
So you're saying they didn't die down in Bolivia?
That's what I'm saying.
Bolívia. O bom, o mal e o morto.
For 40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers. Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now.
Eu acertei.
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant. That son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now, he had to be close to 70.
For all you know, he could have been dead.
Foi muita gente, viu? Os Vingança ficam encerrados em manejo do... Oh, isso aqui é interessante. Mas quando... Aqui, mas aqui eu quero isso daqui, ó. Eu vou jogar de
That
jeito
thought had
agora.
indeed crossed my mind, as did others. For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after? By this point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had. I was furious as hell at that bastard for making me who I am. A man with no family, no friends.
Isso aqui é muito massa, cara.
Could stop me from taking his life. I'd been after that killer forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid. But that chapter of my story you already know.
Chapter of that fairy tale, you mean?
Suddenly it was 1910. There I was, an old man roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades.
Cara, onde é que eu vim parar?
The town was falling apart, just like me. But I wasn't about to call it quits. Even though the ghosts of my dead brothers were begging me to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Graves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
The Wild Bunch knew I was there. They were after a treasure they had hidden before they fled, buried in the grave of a dead amigo. Some folks think the town is haunted, so they figured there wouldn't be many people poking around. I intended to fill that grave with Bob Bryant's corpse. But like I said, the bandits knew I was onto them. They lured me in and hit me with everything they had.
Nossa senhora. Cadê? Vamos ir pro andar de cima.
But you obviously prevailed since you're sitting here telling me.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack. Because when I woke up...
From the dead?
There was silence all around me. I can swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy, the kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop. Here, and there, and even over there.
So I am right. You are touched in the head.
Mr. Greaves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer. Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns
Da
a-blazing.
onde? Eu não vi, cara.
But I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition.
O fantasma, cara. Por que tá me tirando, velho? O cara é transparente.
I saw Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me. In the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remembered him. Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun.
É, tá cheirando muita coisa ruim, viu? Oxe! Tem um ali, velho. Tem mais um. O cara é transparente, velho. Ué, deixa eu recuperar a vida. Recuperar.
No ghost army was stopping me.
My father-in-law got hit with a fallen branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
O piloto não morre, velho. Volta pra quando você voltou, velho. Puxa, tem que... Aonde? Mano, os caras já é transparente. Eu não sei de onde tá
Newman
vindo.
Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead. Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
Ah, calma aí. Aumenta a velocidade de
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
Não morre!
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy.
Thought.
Meu Deus! Cara, eu não tinha um cover, velho.
The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
Putaria de missão é essa? Esse cara não morre, velho. Já é fantasma.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
Cadê?
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next. I saw Harry Alonzo long ago.
The Sundance Kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before that you seem alive.
He was alive.
Ai. Cara, eu não digo nada, velho. Porra. Assustador. Assustador, cara. Então, onde é veio dessa vez? Solta essa granada! Cara, não dá, velho. Ele não para em nenhum momento, velho. Ele não para de mirar em mim em nenhum momento.
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance Kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before that you'd seen him alive.
He was alive.
Olha isso. Cara, é foda. Tá no cantinho da tela, minha tela toda trincada, se fuder. Pega a arma que eu quero. Mano, olha isso. Cara, é foda. Que missão paia, velho. É a segunda missão que tem assim. Mano, é muito ruim, velho. Os caras colocam um cara que só anda pra frente. Não faz sentido. Eu vou morrer.
Then I heard a voice call to me from afar. It was Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
Nossa, cara, essa missão aqui foi... Vai, tá vivo ainda? Silas Grave, o bom, o mal e o morto. Eu vou ter que postar...
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you. won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked them about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
You frittered it all away, Butch. Eda's mine. So is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question, but those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
Em um impasse mexicano, use quem é para mudar seu foco para o inimigo. Nossa senhora. Cara, esse jogo tomar no também. Ele brinca demais, cara. Eu tenho que olhar pra fazer 50 coisas de uma vez. Tô olhando pra mim, velho. Não tem ninguém olhando. Cara, dá vontade de bater numa coisa dessa. Olha, velho.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
Um eu matei com 3 balas, o outro eu matei com 1. Pô, mas aquele duelo ali no, em volta do cemitério, aquilo lá foi, sei lá. Aquilo lá não entra na cabeça não, velho. Pô, o cara só anda pra frente, ataca dinamite, atirando, velho. Fuzilei o maluco ainda viveu no final, como é que é possível? O roteiro.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob? There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock,
Ele é o Bob.
You can't, Bob.
Cara, no final o jogo essa escolha, mesmo sem deixar eu prestar atenção na história inteira. Eu não sei o que esse Bob falou, eu sei que tava... Ele orou bem, né? Ah, mano, eu escolheria Redenção, mas é que eu acho que eu escolhi Vingança. Cara, deixa eu pensar um cara em Vingança. Pô, eu vou de Redenção, mas... de Vingança, né?
Why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Here. I won't have it said that I left you with nothing.
That's how you want it? So be it.
Cara, o cara tem a hora.
Molly, move against that wall. Go!
Nem tinha o foco ali.
Damn lion drifter.
Ele fala depois de morto, cara.
Oh my God! Oh Jesus!
Did you know it was him all along?
Cassidy told me Bob was in Abilene before he died. But I wasn't sure Ben was my man until he revealed how much he knew about Ringo and Reed. The coin, of course. Well, that was the last nail in that particular coffin.
I better go get the sheriff.
You okay, boy? You're looking mighty shook up.
Dwight, maybe you best go home. Young Eisenhower here is leaving for West Point tomorrow. He shouldn't get caught up in something like this.
I think I might head out myself at this juncture. Unless you want to stop me, Jack.
No, sir, Mr. Greaves.
So where you going now? Now that you had your revenge?
Doesn't really matter, does it? As I've sold my soul for it, and will never again walk with those I have lost.
Eu não queria escolher porque eu sabia que ia ser um final ruim. De certa forma, né? A vingança é um prato que se come frio. Cara, é um jogo top, cara. Do nada meter essa escolha no final. Caraca, não esperava não. Bem massa. Me surpreendeu. Cara, teve umas fases, tipo, aquelas... Foi igual essa do cemitério, foi duas. Foi com o irmão dele lá em cima de alguém em cima da montanha, esqueci o nome. Por isso eu não tava lendo a história do jogo. Eu sei que eu esqueci. Teve a desse cara aí no cemitério que, sei lá, essas batalhas pra mim não entrou muito bem, não. A primeira até que... Não, eu sofri na outra também, a da montanha lá. Mas é isso, né? Em si é um jogo bem divertido, né? Bonito também. É leve. Tá rodando a... Deixa eu ver. É Ctrl+C, né? Tá rodando a 144 certinho. Eu setei lá, né? 144. Eu tava... No começo eu tava em 60 FPS. E é isso. Acho que não tem meio o que falar, não. Jogo bacana. Esse final aí que me surpreendeu. Eu queria fazer o outro final. Se meu save fica salvado, né? Eu tento fazer. Eu vou testar. Esperar aqui terminar, né? Teve bastante playtest. Jogo 2013, velho. Ele me lembra, a estética dele me lembra Borderlands, né? Por ser da Ubisoft. É da Ubisoft Borderlands? Eu acho que é, né? Vai precisar. Cara, eu tenho certeza que é, mas alguma coisa na minha cabeça não tá certeira. É da Ubisoft. Não, esse aqui eu sei que é da Ubisoft. Cara, eu tenho certeza. Não, é da Gearbox. Doideira. Eu não... Tem outros Juarez, eu não vou estar jogando eles agora, eu joguei esse porque esse tava R$4, né? Aí eu comprei ele. E era já um jogo que eu queria ter testado, né? Há muito tempo atrás. Jogado, na verdade, né? E eu não joguei, não lembro porquê. Não sei se é porque era caro, eu não tinha dinheiro. Era alguma coisa assim. Ah, então Borderlands não é da Ubisoft, é da... Ele é da 2K, que faz parte da Take-Two. Bem que eu já tinha ouvido falar alguma coisa disso. Eu jurava que era da Ubisoft. É uma todo jogo que tem contorno, velho, me lembra Borderlands, é impressionante. Eu acho que foi o primeiro jogo com esse estilo que eu peguei pra jogar. Eu lembro a primeira vez que eu joguei Borderlands. Eu joguei com meu irmão. Foi no meu computador. Cara, né? Jogou co-op, velho. Eu não lembro se foi no mesmo computador. Acho que não, ele tinha um computador dele, o meu é fraquinho. Aí eu tinha que rodar pelo GeForce Now. Alguma coisa assim. Eu não lembro. Alguma coisa, algum aplicativo da GeForce que você conseguia usar computador remoto pra jogar. Tecnologia interessante. Novos modos de jogo estão disponíveis. Jogar. História. Continuar. E tem um novo jogo mais. Deixa eu continuar aqui, porque quero testar uma coisa.
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Eu vou cortar essa parte em que eu faço o final.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you. You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked him about Bob Bryant. They were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
You frittered it all away, Butch. Etta's mine. So is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question. But those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
Que isso, velho? Gabum. Devia ter olhado pro outro, então. Por isso eu saí tão rápido.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
Agora bem. Eu vou cortar a parte em que eu tento chegar lá. Eu vou colocar só a parte desse duelo aqui mesmo. E a parte... Não, a parte do... coisa lá. Não, é só do duelo mesmo, só.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob? There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh, man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock, But you can't, Bob.
Vai, bora escolher a redenção.
Why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Wanted to suss you out, Bob. See what kind of man you turned out to be. Maybe prod you into drawing on me. See, all those years on your trail turned me into a killer. Can't even remember who I was before you tried to murder me. You, on the other hand, walked that very same path in exactly the opposite direction.
What do you mean by that?
You think your life is worth sparing, Bob? Boy, what's your name again?
It's Eisenhower, sir. Dwight Eisenhower.
What do you plan to do with your life, Dwight Eisenhower?
Tomorrow I'll be leaving for West Point, sir.
So, you want to be a soldier? Well, then do it right, son. Don't tear down the world out of anger and spite like I did. You build it up. You do something decent with your life, you hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
I won't have it said I left you with nothing, Bob.
Ah, o top, cara. Eu podia ter escolhido esse, né? Eu quis escolher a Vingança. Mesmo sabendo que era o final ruim. Sim, eu tinha noção, né? Mas é isso, então. Jogo da hora, né? Múltiplos sinais. Não esperava, não. Cara, vou colocar esse como o final canônico, mesmo que eu tenha escolhido o outro primeiro. Vai ser Redemption. Oh my. Viagem, se eu não sei falar vingança em inglês. Minha vingança. Redenção. Seguindo em frente. Ah, sei não, muitos títulos que vem à mente. Mas é isso. Tamo junto. Falou, e fui. Com Deus.